If at first you don't succeed, try again, especially if you catch on fire. That usually means you're onto something.
Hello, Night School. As you can see behind me, something's going on with a lot of attraction, and it's a magnet. Tonight's topic is magnets or magnetism. Really, the concept isn't that difficult to understand if you think back to atoms and the way atoms are put together. So if you remember the atom, there is a nucleus that has a proton and a neutron, and then zipping around that is an electron. Every time you get an electron to go around an atom, it creates a small magnetic force. Most elements have enough atoms spinning around them that they end up canceling each other's magnetic force, and there's no leftover force or net force at the end to create a magnetic field. But some elements, like iron, do have an arrangement of electrons, so as they spin, each atom creates a small net magnetic field. And if you take all of those atoms and melt them and cool them slowly together, you can create larger magnets where all the atoms have their electrical fields or magnetic fields aligned together, so you can create a magnet. And even objects that aren't magnetic, like this is just a screwdriver I grabbed from my garage, we can make them magnetic if I have another magnet around, and if the tool in question, like the screwdriver, is made of metal. So right now, if I just have a bowl of thumbtacks, it does not pick up the thumbtacks. But if I take a magnet, hey, I just so happen to have this giant magnet, and I try to align the atoms in the screwdriver. Now, if I do try to pick up some thumbtacks, there's actually a small magnetic field. And I didn't do this for very long, so there's not a very strong magnetic field, but it does work, okay? So I can create a magnetic field. And then actually, if I took this screwdriver and I hit it with a hammer a couple of times, or hit it on something hard, it would jostle up all the atoms in it, and it would no longer have an electrical field or magnetic field, okay? What you see behind me is actually an electromagnet, and we'll talk about that a little later. But next, we want to think of an electrical or a magnetic field on a very big scale, and that is our Earth, which operates as its own magnet and it has its own magnetic field. All right, let's take a look.
Earth's magnetic field looks the same as a bar magnet's. Let's note some similarities. Both have a north and a south pole, and the field lines are similar in shape. Have you ever used a compass? We use Earth's magnetic field for navigation. The needle of a compass always points north. What causes a magnetic field? Here are the basics. An electric current causes a magnetic field. We can see that using a wire carrying a current and a compass. The predicted magnetic field is a circular loop around the wire. The observed magnetic field confirms this, and we see the direction of the compass needle change with the magnetic field. If an electric current causes a magnetic field, what causes Earth's magnetic field? Let's start by looking inside of Earth. We see the inner core, outer core, mantle, and crust. We want to focus on the inner and outer core that are made of iron because iron is a good conductor. The inner solid core heats the lower part of the liquid outer core. This causes convection currents. A hot, less dense molten mass moves upward, while a cooler, more dense mass sinks to the bottom of the outer core. These moving iron electrons generate a current, which in turn generates Earth's magnetic field.
All right, we are going to go magnet fishing. And some people buy high intensity rare earth magnets. This has, I believe it's a 60-pound lift capacity. We throw it in the lake. A lot of times this is good if you go to somewhere that's very popular, a pier or a dock, and anything that is made out of a magnetic material will grab onto the magnet. And there's some metals like aluminum that really won't be affected, but anything that's iron will grab onto and hopefully pull out of the lake. All right, let's throw it in a couple times, see if we can get anything. magnetic rocks. High iron?
Not what I thought, but hey, look at that.